Boss, there's really no need for this. It's just a little burn.
Perhaps not, but continuing to work will only hinder your recovery. You need to rest for a few days. We'll
Huayan! Yanxiao!
Oh? Traveler and Paimon!
And we decided to come check out,
I knew we shouldn't have posted that note.
How kind of you. My thanks to you both. And
Oh, all right. Well, basically, we had a lot of Well, you know what they say.
now, I don't want you pushing yourself.
But the Lantern Rites only just finished. And we're... plus, lots of the guests are visiting from other nations.
Listen to you. Anyone would think, but he's not wrong. Yanxiao,
I don't mean to boast.
looks like we might have...
do we know anyone that's... Oh, of course, you!
Oh, right. Yes. Now I think...
Why are you even keeping a mental list of people?
Maybe a story for another time.
Well, since it's you, I suppose...
What do you think, Traveler? Should we do it?
I did say that, didn't I?
I should warn you that cook...
Oh, so he's...
I believe there's some spare kitchenware here.
Of course, of course. I'll take care of... Whew. All done. Come. Ah, it's nothing. A little handicraft and elbow grease.
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop? What was wrong with the original?
No, it's nothing like that. As Boss always said. Anyway, as I was... Having the right equipment is a big part of that. Sometimes cooking is all about being well prepared. That's how you ensure...
Okay, and what about precision and...
Precision all comes down to using your eyes. Where to slice into a particular cut of meat, how much oil to use. When you cook for yourself, you can always add salt if it's too bland or...
Worst case scenario, Paimon can deal with...
The final thing you have to focus on is consistency. You have to cater to their own... Don't worry. And of course, I'll be around.
Which ticket are we on again? Table 1 was onions, but no chilies. Table 2 was chilies, but no onions. And table 3 was... Table 3 was... chilies, but... hold the chilies? Ah! Was Paimon just sleep floating? We didn't even get a break in the middle.
No, but this is peak season. You both did a mighty fine job for your first time serving guests at the inn. Luckily, all our customers were familiar faces this time around, so we didn't get any strange requests. Otherwise, today...
No strange request? Someone...
It's a wide world out there. Also, the thing about requests is that they're usually very specific. So as...
Excuse me. Are you...
Huh? Paimon knows that voice. Let's go check it out!
What should we do? It doesn't look like anyone's here.
It's all right. If we start building a campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
Right. Besides, if anyone's to blame, it's Linny.
Linny, Lynette, Fremine, it is you!
Paimon? So, is the Traveler here?
Traveler, Paimon! What a nice surprise!
Paimon was gonna say the same thing! We're just lending a helping hand at the... Anyway, so that's how we ended up here. But what about you guys? Don't tell us,
No, quite the opposite, actually. We're in Liyue.
Father said we deserve some rest after everything that happened recently. Otherwise, it could jeopardize our...
It's not every day we get this kind of opportunity. Lenny thought it might be fun to spend some time in Liyue, especially since it's Lantern Rite season.
We could hardly pass up the opportunity to watch a Liyue-style magic show. Although, I think they call it conjuring here.
In our time here, we've seen conjuring tricks incorporated into a Liyue opera show, and even a wushu dance.
So, we decided to stay here for a few more days to see what other forms of inspiration this land might have in store for us. We visited Granny Roshin in Chingsa village not long ago, and today we continued our cultural tour in the area around here.
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't even eaten anything yet.
And speaking of eating, as you know, seafood is a big part of both Liyue and Fontaine cuisine, but it's cooked very differently here. We simply had to try some local seafood after coming all this way. That's another reason why we decided to extend our trip.
Oh, need any recommendations? What have you tried so far?
That fish one with the misleading name. Sounds bland, but it's drowning in hot chilies.
Oh, you mean blackback perch soup? You're right, the name doesn't give much away.
It looked and smelled so appetizing that Lynette took a huge mouthful, blissfully unaware that she was about to set her mouth on fire. She could barely speak for the rest of the day after that.
Luckily, that wasn't a huge adjustment for her.
What? Aren't you guys hungry too?
Yes. A little.
Yes. Good question. I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so why don't you recommend something?
One more thing. Please, if you have a heart, don't make it spicy.
Fontaine, huh? There's this...
Ooh, that's a...
Well, this is where it gets interesting. Here's the recipe. Rise!
Yes. We meant to say...
Oh, now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refute? Oh, right, of course.
The sauce looks a little overpowered.
According to Lewick...
Looks delicious, traveler.
What is it?
No, it's delicious.
Yep, you have quite the palate, Lynette.
No wonder it pairs so well with the shrimp meat.
According to the creator, chewy crab complements succulent shrimp, making a spectacular The crab roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of jade. Hence its name.
So that's where the name comes from. This dish must be right up your alley, Lynette. Huh?
It's half gone already? What?
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest compliment.
Wait, don't fight over it. Ahead!
So your friends like the dish, huh? Well done. There'll be more to come. Morning. The boss tells me that both new and returning customers have nothing but good things to say about you. I have to admit, I was a little worried. So it should be plain sailing. Well,
Oh,
of course. The worst, they criticize you for no reason, claiming you're cooking.
This is Wang Shuin. It does have the look and feel of a time-honored establishment. Oh, innkeeper! We'll have each of your signature dishes, please, as fast as you can serve them. The most...
Farazan! Oops, Madam Farazan.
Oh my! Traveler, Paimon, whatever are you doing here?
We could ask you the same thing. Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go sightseeing? And to order the most...
I'm not here to sightsee.
Madam Farazan, please, slow down. None of us slept last night.
It's all my fault. She's been like this ever since I told her I'd be paying the expenses.
Layla! And Dory? Huh. Never would have bet on this combination.
Temporary chef, huh? Wow. No rest for the wicked. Well, if the chef here is trusting you to run his whole kitchen, then I've got no doubt we're in for some authentic Liyue specialties.
So, why are you all in Liyue again?
I got my hands on a new boat from Fontaine a while ago. Right now, we're doing some test runs. We sailed from Port Ormos to...
Oh, Madam Farazan and me were hired.
overtime for which they'll both be fairly compensated.
You really cover all your bases, don't you? What, Paim?
It's not every day someone tells you to... Farazan, Madam Farzan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both to the most expensive dishes on the menu, we must remember that most expensive... I've heard that the most expensive dishes in Liyue are usually either seafood-based or take an exceptionally long time to prepare. Now, I don't know about you two, but after so many days at sea, I don't think I can so much as look at another piece of seafood again for at least...
Huh. That's actually a good point.
Not to mention that poor Layla here looks like she's about to faint from hunger.
Huh? Oh, that's not because of hunger.
Surely the wise and virtuous Madame Farzan could not bear to watch her poor students sit here and...
Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being, but why do I feel like I'm being tricked?
So, let's not order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, traveler.
So, expensive, but no seafood, and nothing that takes too long to cook. That rules out pretty much.
Ugh, that Dory! Is she doing...
This isn't Lioli Pavilion or Shinua Kiosk. Well, if we're... As it happens, I know a recipe for something called...
30,000?! But if it's quick to...
Quick doesn't have to mean quick and easy. You have to finely slice several different types of meat into fine threads, knead them together into strips, then gently stir-fry them in the pan. What you end up with is this dish is unique in offering a harmonious blend of multiple kinds of meat. Do it right, and you've got a culinary masterpiece in your hands. But if you botch it, it's just a bunch of meat thrown on a plate.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! So this dish gets its value not from the ingredients, but the chef's expertise!
Now, don't worry. I can take care...
Believe in yourself. You can do this! And if you mess it up... Food's ready! Please enjoy!
Ooh, smells delightful. Oh, we meant to ask, have you two eaten breakfast yet? If not, why don't you join us at the table?
Did Dory just offer us a...
Let's not forget that the biggest business deals are always settled over a meal. Come on, come on, come on, sit down and join us. This dish looks simple enough. And I did my research, so surely it can't cost all that much. Worst case scenario, maybe 10,000? This dish had better be worth working overtime all night for. Well, traveler, this is the moment of truth.
Oh, so tired. Is this foul?
There's a different flavor in every bite. Ham? But I don't see any ham anywhere.
Haha! So you've noticed. Yep, every single strip is needed from.
So I'm not an expert or anything, but don't different me.
Well, you see,
Wow. So this dish really is one of a...
Paimon forgot to mention that part. The dish is called Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds.
The complex layers of flavor, yes? Akin to the harmonies of a musical ensemble. The name, if I'm not mistaken, is a Liyue idiom that evokes a vigorous orchestral performance featuring both stringed and wind instruments playing together.
How did you know all that?
Every student has to master at least 20 languages before they graduate. Wait, is that not a requirement anymore?
Huh? Oh, Paimon almost forgot that.
So, anyway...
Oh, don't worry, not too much. That'll be, 30.
30,000? About that, Paimon, traveler, I merely invited you to join us at the table, did I not? I don't believe I committed to pay, so perhaps we could split the bill accordingly?
Oh, Paimon knew it was too good to be true. Yeah, as a famous merchant.
But every single mora matters, you know? All right. Once I'm back in Sumeru, I'll be sure to find someone to help me recreate the dish. Even though I didn't get to try Adeptus Temptation or, well, about that. She said that every time we stopped at it, I couldn't... Now, how should I justify a high price tag for a dish without any fancy ingredients? Maybe start by giving it a... Everyone was exhausted. I tried placing some limitations.
Hey, you're not even paying those too much of a salary. Just treat them fairly next time and don't be so... Well... Yeah, but that's why...
We're off to a good start this morning. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you.